CARITAS Kitui was established in 1978 with humanitarian programs of water, food security, livelihoods and disaster risk reduction, justice and peace, environmental management, promotion of renewable energy, energy-saving GECOs, and alternative income-generating projects for the needy.
CARITAS Kitui is what you call the social arm of the Catholic Diocese of Kitui, which is established for the purpose of helping the needy, or those with what you'd call physical problems or needs. And we have a vision of ensuring that we create a community of sustainable persons.
We grow
this kind of vegetables which we export. Per month, it can be taken twice, and we are happy about the profits that come out of it.
The department has developed and partially implemented some of the technological initiatives like post-harvest management techniques, sustainable agriculture, renewable energy, water harvesting, dry land farming, livestock farming, and environmental transformation. With a mandate of developing a self-sustained community of persons through sustenance, innovation, and transformation, CARITAS Kitui addresses current and potential vulnerabilities to the livelihoods of persons in a participatory manner.
We grow maize pioneer variety, bananas, mchicha, and we have harvested these bananas there. And at the nearest market, we sell it at 1,300.
With Kitui facing drought almost throughout the year, with regressive cultural traditions, frequent natural calamities such as drought, disease epidemics, and donor fatigue, CARITAS Kitui with other even-minded stakeholders have embarked on addressing the Millennium Development Goals and ensuring that there is sustainable development for the people of Kitui. The major principles of this program are that it fully involves the people whose lives are affected. It's dynamic and even multi-leveled.
We have
planted maize pioneer variety, intercrop with mchicha, pumpkins, and our crops is nearing harvest time.
Kwa maziro nitawarenjina mweni kitavi mbemba ite na kethie so na mbemba ingwete si tanda tusuma kilo ile.
We harvested these maize the other day. When we grind these 6 pieces, we get 2 kilograms. These green maize we sell each at 20 shilling and vegetables at 20 shilling.
Thomas Musango, a field officer working with CARITAS Kitui, approached drought through changing rhetorical victories to sound outcomes.
Most of the works which we undertake here involves horticultural production, that is, we are addressing that function, improving food sources among the people. And here we basically deal with export bullet chilies, long cayenne, and this variety of cucumber. The variety is called Duth, which is very rare commodity and is very nutritious. We still do other activities whereby we use the water harvest structures on this farm. We have the sunken pits, we have the ridges and the furrows, which we use for harvesting water. When it is pumped from the Earth River, it can stay for quite long for easy utilization and for easy utilization of the crops. The group has 40 members, of which 35 women, 5 men. that does not mean men do not turn up for this important job. It's only that most of the times women are the ones who are available at home. We still undertake improved pasture and browse, whereby all the remains you can see in this farm are used for feeding animals. And it is for improving the body condition of our animals, which of late had been affected by drought and we had lost mass of animals. We still undertake other outputs, which includes soil conservation, that is improving the areas which have been washed away by erosions. And we are also using the terraces and pits, which are on the upper part of the farm. The farm is about 5 acres, and it's only 2.5 acres which are under utilization. We have grown also bananas, the dwarf Cavendish variety, and we also have the cowpeas, which is used as vegetable and as spices. We still have sweet potato, which is also very nutritious and in the African dish. So, in brief, that's the much we are doing in this area.
With WFP introduction of Cash for Assets program has seen the inception of table banking for the locals living along the Athi River belt and in several seasonal rivers and streams.
Food security in this place is very bad as compared to the government assessment report. However, we are doing some intervention along the river whereby the farmers are working on subsistence farming, and we are encouraging them to utilize the little water, the water which is along Athi. Only that they still have challenges of pests and diseases and the conveyance system from the river.
Through advanced agricultural technology and training programs, they have embarked on a series of pilot projects with an intention to make the whole Athi River belt an irrigation scheme.
In our farming, we start with barrows, after which we plant, and then we water. After a week they grow, and when they grow and they are a little bit grown, is when we start weeding. In our workmanship of agriculture, we have been helped by the government and the Catholic Mission through CARITAS, and we have realized a lot of benefits which some will accrue even in the future. And so we thank the Catholic Diocese through CARITAS and the government and the World Food Program, which gives us money in the program we call Food for Asset Program.
The river, being the second largest in Kenya, borders Kitui, a drought-prone county, and without further delay, the locals are now turning the story around. The results are evidence that this is a success story, since the government of Kenya, in partnership with WFP, is funding the project using the Food for Asset program. And the beneficiaries are using this revolving fund to expand their select farms for maximum productivity.
Our main focus in this Food for Assets program is to build community assets to improve food security for the people. Accessing food in Kitui is a big challenge, and therefore we have an important program, the Food for Assets, which we are implementing with communities, like the one we are standing in, Zain Irrigation Farm. So through this initiative, we are working with communities to initiate agricultural activities, including irrigation activities, irrigation farming, like where we are standing now. We have worked with the farmers to develop this farm so that they can grow food for their domestic consumption and also access some surplus which is taken to the market, like the chilies that you are able to see here, like the brinjals which have been grown, some banana plants which have been grown here. And all those activities, our partner WFP, World Food Program, they compensate the communities with cash. So we are attaining two objectives of saving lives now, presently, and also building assets which will be utilized, which are going to be utilized now and even in the future.
In this program, it is designed to deal with to respond to drought, which has been a persistent shock in the district. And through WFP, we've been able to do several activities, some of which we are doing farming along this belt of Hathi, utilizing the available water. And WFP in return compensates the beneficiaries as they do development in their own area.
The government is also using these forums to educate people on the importance of a self-sustaining community, as well as doing agriculture as business. The farmers have organized themselves into groups and are undertaking various horticultural farming projects using simple irrigation methods. The challenges are overwhelming, among them being lack of competent trainees to transform the technology into the reality, lack of enough machinery like the water pumping generators, high cost of fuel and pipes, poor road network, poor marketing strategy, with the worst of all being the poverty of the mind.
Hey, not just that. What else? Timely land preparation and planting. Right. Education must be given to farmers. Yes, of course. That is why consultants are here. Tumeamua kubadili kilimo chetu cha awali. Tujaribu wataalamu kwa sababu wanatujali. Tuelezeni tuelewe, kilimo tuinue, biashara tulikuze, maisha tuendeleze. Shukran.
We are consistently working towards a community of sustainable people with new innovations, and we hope to transform the community. From what we are doing at the community level, and like what you can see in some areas of Kanyangi and some areas of Yata, is that communities who have been on relief for now over 10 years consistently are slowly moving out of what you'd call people in need of relief. And this is based on trying to approach it from a perspective of, can I, rather than give you food, show you how to actually produce the food. And this has been quite successful based on the fact that we are working with very small irrigation, local mechanisms of irrigation systems by scooping small wells in the riverbeds, and that water is pumped onto the farms. And at a time like now, when it is the month of November, when we are expecting rains to start in Kitui, we do have communities in those areas actually offering green maize. That shows you there's a potential for production of food throughout the year with the right policies and structures put in place.
However, the produce is exciting and the income motivating. Farmers are financially sustained the better part of the year. Information on value addition, agro-processing, and appropriate technology is now available. The market is diverse, including on farm sales, export and home consumption. CARITAS Kitui has severally organized trainings to farmers on improved fruit and animal production and management, grafted mangoes planted along terraces and in semicircular bonds, integrated pest management and traditional pest control methods using poultry droppings mixed with muthila, kiyuku, mukumwa leaves and ashes. This helps reduce the cost of fruit production and increase sustenance and commercial fruit production. Farmers have also been trained on production of traditional and drought-tolerant food crops using organic farming and improved technologies.
Along that, in the drier areas where we don't have a river like Hath near, we are promoting technologies of water harvesting so that the little rain that pounds is able to be harvested and utilized to boost food security of the district, in the district.
Some plants will do well in company of others and hence improve on productivity, as witnessed in sweet potatoes and cassava planted on ridges and soil bonds. Maize intercropped with green grams and pumpkins in zai pits, and onions and other vegetables in sunken beds. Research has proved that 500 zai pits yielded 5 bags of maize and 3 bags green grams in poor rains, and that one can harvest 1,300 kg of sweet potatoes from a 1/8 acre on ridges intercropped with maize. A local cucumber crop in well-management plots in a tumbukiza pit and raised on pallets can go 15 months with economical production of 15 bags per month. Use of tied ridges has proved that several maize crops, 7 out of 10, intercropped with pumpkins, cover crops, produce 0.8 kilograms each, an easy way to create wealth within 90 days. More details to follow.
The variety we grow here is Pana M19. It can give 2, 3, up to 4 maize cobs. And per acre, we can harvest up to 28 bags. But here we have only done a quarter an acre where we are expecting 9 bags. A well-productive maize like this one can give us 1.5 kgs.
Other services like information on HIV/AIDS, gender mainstreaming, and drug substance are offered for free. CARITAS Kitui is willing to embrace and work with other vision-minded stakeholders, beginning with the community, to grow the area resources. This will therefore include partnerships, networking, and local and international fundraising, all towards a self-sustaining community of persons.
Our mission is to ensure that all the persons that we support, not only, it's more of an evangelical approach. They don't only receive the spiritual part, which is the church objective, but they also receive the physical part, assistance. And that's what we are doing, that's our mission. So we try to create a sustainable community through physical assistance, be it humanitarian, be it livelihood support, be it support in health, education, and all those sectors.
CARITAS Kitui is aligned to the entire international community framework to work together towards a common end, making sure that human development reaches everyone, everywhere.
We have been taught this technology by World Food Program in collaboration with the Catholic Diocese of Kitui, and they have taught us how to elevate ridges which can store water, which last for long, and maize can utilize it.
Innovation. What we are promoting is new ways of doing things, and that's new technologies, and that's a part of our strategy, which is be a bit innovative. Issues of using zai pits, issues of using terraces to improve water retention on farms, issues of what you'd call small irrigation schemes, issues of selection of seeds is what we're using, and we are realizing better crop. And we, in the past, have not promoted the use of the planting of maize or the planting of beans, which we, in Kitui, is what you'd call water-hungry crops. And our rainfall is not too good. But with these technologies, it has been shown it is possible to actually produce a good crop in Kitui. And we are promoting in areas where it can work, areas like Ikuda. The basic aspect of trying to improve people's farms for water retention is a way of water harvesting, by the way, so that the runoff remains on the farm. But they're also putting up what? Earth pans. With earth pans, we are trying to introduce a new technology which is called total water conservation in a particular area. That means you have terracing on the farm, and you have a series of dams. That means every other drop that rains in a particular area seeps into that soil and hopefully improve water retention.
We are committed to transparency, accountability, courtesy, and excellence in service delivery.
Under humanitarian support, we're also doing some diversification of livelihoods for communities so that the shocks that come do not always affect them so much just by concentrating on crop.
Fighting hunger, Kitui County.